This isn't all one elaborate trap or anything like that.
That's why my moped died.
I mean, you were having brake issues before. I'm not saying I did it, but anyways, I'm saying too much here for our legal expert's getting nervous in the corner right now. He's making some calls. He's sweating, so I'm going to stop talking about that. Welcome to another edition of Popcorn Bucket List here in the middle of November. And before we really get started here, I got some questions here. So what are the rules for No Shave November? Like, obviously the beard, but like, am I allowed to trim the head, my head hair? Because like my bald spot's really starting to show here, and I don't like it.
That's a good question because, as you can see, I don't have a lot of hair on my head.
Are you going to try and let it grow out this month, though, or whatever?
No. If I let it grow out more than like 2 days, I don't like it, and I get upset, and I touch it, and it's pricky, and I don't like that.
See, that's where I'm at, though. Like, do I just shave here on up? Is that allowed? Like, or is that against the rules?
You should grow yours out. The rest, just the beard. You can shave your head. That's fine. Just the beard.
I did get a little head start because I forgot it was No Shave November, and then I was like, oh, I should probably shave. And I'm like, oh, well, I should have done that like before, so I can get like a good clean profile. But next year, Carter, make a note of that. Full shave, October 31st. We let it go for the full month just to see and everything like that.
Just see how it looks.
Yeah, we'll see how that works and everything. But all right, enough hair talk here. This is a movie podcast. So another very busy weekend of new releases here. So our opening spotlight might be a little bit shorter than usual here, but I still thought this would be a pretty fun topic here. After the huge smash hit of Predator Badlands and this weekend's Running Man remake. And plus, it's like opening weekend for hunters and all that sort of stuff here too. I think either this last weekend or this upcoming weekend here. We're thinking about the hunt right now.
The hunt,
talking about surviving it, maybe hunting it, a little bit of both. But today, for a real quick opening spotlight, we're going to talk about who we think would be the best hunters or huntees in all movie character lore and all that sort of stuff here. So we're basically going to break it down to those two categories: who we think. If we had to hire someone to, quote unquote, get the job done, so to speak, and who do we think we would put our money on to survive the hunt? Who do we think would be the best options for those? So, do you got a preference which one we want to do first?
It doesn't matter to me.
It doesn't really matter, I guess. Let's start with the hunter. Who we think are the best movie characters that could pull off the hunt here, so to speak. The ones that we think would have the, kind of a 100% success rate, so to speak here. But why don't you kick us off? Who do you think? Who do you got?
For my choice, I actually bounced around between the two because I liked Rambo. Thought that was a good pick. I liked Liam Neeson's character from The Grey, hunting down the wolves. And then I decided to go with Hugh Glass in The Revenant because he is fueled by hate, anger, and revenge. And that can make you go a long way. And the way he manages to stay alive and hunts down those who wronged him. That's what popped in my head, and I really like that movie. It's a great movie.
Plus, he survived a bear, which are like one of the best hunters, especially in a forested area. So, I mean, you're already top of the food chain there, buddy, and he did that without modern day weapons. If I said I survived a bear attack, but I said I did it with a machine gun, a little less impressive than a one-on-one.
Yeah, less impressive than a musket.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, very much less impressive than a musket for sure. So for my pick, I almost thought about adding this as a stipulation. I'm curious your thoughts on this. I want to almost avoid any supernatural or superpowered things or whatever.
Yeah.
Do we want to do that? Because I came up with two just in case you took my one. See, I'm going to remove my first pick. Well, we're just for all these, we're going to say these are without any superpowers, without any super weaponry, without just regular people. We throw them in the field battle royale style here. So we're kind of pulling an audible here today. I came up with this on Sunday, very rushed. So this is not as fleshed out as it usually would be. So I am going to go with John Wick here, essentially. You're talking about the guy who can make a weapon essentially out of anything. He can take on hordes of men. And yeah, he killed the guy with the pencil.
Yep.
In that, as they say in that first movie and all that. And
Joker did that too.
Joker did that too. Yes. Yes, he did. But
I think that guy died. I gotta imagine.
At the very least, he had the worst headache
Yeah.
ever afterwards. I'll give you that much. So, John Wick, he's the guy. The reason why they call him the Baba Yaga is because you send him to get the job done, and he's going to get that job done for sure. So if I had to send someone out to take care of my enemies, knowing that I'm thinking of particular here, especially not sitting across from me, this isn't all one elaborate trap or anything like that.
That's why my moped died.
I mean, you were having brake issues before. I'm not saying I did it, but anyways, I'm saying too much here for our legal expert's getting nervous in the corner right now. He's making some calls. He's sweating, so I'm going to stop talking about that. But yeah, just overall, John Wick, he's if you're going to remove superpowers, you're going to remove all that, and you're just going to be like, here's a human versus human. That's the guy you want in your corner, right there for sure. So, not that this was part of the prompt, but who do you think out of our two picks would actually win in a fight?
John Wick, 100%.
I mean, it is John Wick. The answer is John Wick, but you do have to look at the fact that he did fight a bear.
Yeah.
That's not nothing.
Yeah, that's not nothing.
He's going to give him – John Wick's going to get a few cuts
But the
on
bear didn't have a cool bulletproof jacket.
No, he just had like hundreds of pounds of fur and muscle around him.
It's nothing compared to bulletproof tuxedo.
I guess not. But let's go on to the flip side of that coin here. The person who might be being hunted – who do we think has the best survival chance here? One that we think, if you had to bet on them being like, they're going to survive, who would it be? So let us know. What do you got for your pick?
So for my pick, I went with Snowball from The Hunt. And part of the reason is because she did survive. They may or may not have made the wrong choice on the people that they were hunting down. And this is not a person you attack, you fight, you beat. And I loved The Hunt. There a lot of controversy when it came out, but I thought it was awesome and fun and kind of a funny satirical take on the political spectrum. And I loved it. You're able to fight. She was able to outsmart not the smartest people in the world. Whether or not she would be the best, I don't know. But one of the top people I would follow, yes.
But to give her a little credit, a lot of the people she faced early on were not the cream of the crop. Yeah. But the final boss at the end, I would say that that was a good like one-on-one.
Yeah.
And she does come out on top there.
She does come out on top there.
So I still think her credibility stands there as well.
And she's got some great jokes in it too that are funny.
Yeah, a little bit of interesting humor there for sure. Yeah, I haven't seen this movie since it came out. I remember watching. I would be curious to rewatch it to see if it actually has aged even better as far as our political discourse.
I think it has,
because I know exactly what you're talking about. When we first saw it, we were kind of like, this is making fun of everyone, and both sides were saying how it was only making fun of the one side and all that. And it's like, I bet you that movie's actually aged phenomenally since then and everything like that. So. Might be time for a Hunt rewatch, I feel like. But my pick is a little bit more of an interesting one. I'm going to say a grown-up version of Kevin McAllister. We saw what this kid could do when he was a kid.
Yep.
I want to see what he would be able to do as a full-grown, fully brain-developed adult. Now, I'm not talking about real life Macaulay Culkin, because real life Macaulay Culkin is a little worse for wear. He's getting better though.
He's getting better. Yeah,
to his credit.
They're all getting better.
Yeah, to his credit, he's getting better, and good for him. But I want to see if you took the character of Kevin McAllister, let him grow up in this fictional universe. I'm curious what would his job be? Would he be security analyst, expert or something like that?
That's a good
build some high tech security.
I don't know.
I want to see. Here's a what if for you, because we're going to talk about Now You See Me and all the heist stuff later on here too. I want to see a movie where Kevin McAllister is a security expert. He's made the most impenetrable vault filled with booby traps, and I want to send as many movie characters to try to break through it as we can. I want to see Indiana Jones try to survive his traps. I want to see if the Now You See Me crew can figure their way out of it. Tom Cruise is Ethan Hunt. Let's see if he can bungee jump his way out of this one.
I like it.
McAllister would have them all dead to rights.
Dead to rights.
They're done. They're done. Game over, man.
Game over.
Oh, we could take the Predator. Speaking of him, throw him in that. Nah, Predator's done for. That wall is going to be spilled with green, glowy blood. Because let's be honest, that kid also probably is a serial killer, also grown up and everything like that. So he's got a taste for it. But he would definitely be the one to survive. He could build anything out of anything, whatever his environment is, and just figure out a way out of it here. Yep. So now I guess really kind of some other day we'll have to add to this topic and say, all right, what would be the best matchup, Hunter versus Huntee combo?
Yep.
Because, I mean, growing up Kevin McAllister versus John Wick would be interesting.
John Wick.
Yeah, probably still would be. But that's just because he would hold on to that door handle that's heated up and be like,
this doesn't bother me.
This doesn't bother me.
Yeah.
He just
You killed my dog.
Yeah. Oh, no. Oh, no. Now Kevin... Look, I'm okay with him being a serial killer, but not like a dog killer.
Not a dog killer.
No, that's where he draws the line. Not even he was that dumb. But, yeah, let us know in the comments. Who do you think would be the best movie character as far as the hunt goes? Whether one you think would do the best hunting or who would survive, who would get out of that mess and everything like that. And a better question is, if both of us are being hunted, who out of the two of us do you think would survive? Be honest, it's probably him. I don't have very good cardio.
I don't believe in ghosts.
Did you hear that? Did you hear that? Did you hear that?
But I do believe in spirits, so that's kind of a contradiction.
Do you want to listen to something that makes me upset?
Nope, I'm good.
Red, did they have BLTs back in your day? You would love a BLT.
You saw it flicker, right? You saw it flicker.
It's flickering not enough. Oh! Time out, what?
Red, was that you? Did you mess with my GoPro, buddy?
That's the only time I've ever teetered on the fact that there might be a ghost.
Let's move on to the weekly preview because
there's a lot.
Holy
Hannah.
Holy Hannah. Holy tamale. Holy smoke. All the holies that are not swear words, throw them in there.
Cannoli. Holy cannoli.
Whatever Robin was saying in the 1966 Batman, that one in there too, whatever. It is a jam-packed weekend here, so probably not going to go into as much detail as we usually do here just because we got to get through all these. So let's just kick things off. We already got a big Wednesday here, so all these are going to be out already by the time you see this video. Kicking things off, Wednesday, November 12th, is Being Eddie. This is a Netflix documentary about Eddie Murphy.
Eddie Murphy.
As the title kind of implies there. I wouldn't even say arguably. I would say he was one of the most dominant stars of, for sure, the early 80s, if not the 80s in general.
Okay.
I mean, he practically single-handedly saved SNL.
Yes.
Just putting that out there. That's not even my opinion. That's borderline fact as far as I'm concerned. He had some of the biggest movies of the time. He was just one of the biggest comedians. And that's not even including any of his stand-up that he was doing at the time, too. So
people have to remember he did stand-up. He was on SNL. He did movies and shows. And he also had a couple of songs. Like, this guy did everything. Everything.
He was the definition of multi-talented.
Yes.
The text, you go to dictionary. Back then, you would have actually had to read it in a book, but nowadays, you go to dictionary.com and it just shows you a JPEG of Eddie Murphy in the 80s when you look up multi-talented. So, yeah, I love the fact that this is going to kind of cover his whole life here. There is a lot to cover here. I want to see a little bit more of the downfall. The trailer didn't show that too much, but I mean,
they have to have it in there.
As much as he was a big star in the 80s, he was a struggling one in the 90s.
Yeah.
Off the map in the 2000s and 2010s.
Yeah.
And we're now just kind of seeing him again now. So I want to see the downfall. I want to see how it affected him. I want to see what he was trying to do, what was holding him back, what was stopping him. What was it?
Yep.
How do you stop that train with that much momentum? It's crazy.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see.
I also don't know if you saw this in the trailer, but at one point they joke about how he just loves watching the show Ridiculousness. So in the trailer there was like a part where he talked about like one of his favorite shows is like how he watches Ridiculousness, and I got some bad news for Eddie. That show is wrapping up in 2026, so I need to see
Probably a good thing.
I need to see a follow-up documentary where he's learning this for the first time or something like that. I don't know.
That's so funny.
Yeah, Pete Davidson comments on it too, and all that. It is kind of interesting. Also coming out that same day, A Merry Little Xmas. This one's coming straight to Netflix. This is an Alicia Silverstone. I'm going to call it the C word movie because I don't want to say the holiday that starts with letter C yet.
Yeah, we can't say that till at least after Thanksgiving.
It's got to be at least after Thanksgiving. Until then, I'm not going to say it.
Yep.
Not going to say that word, but yeah, it's a holiday movie and all that. Basically, she plays one half of a divorced couple who is trying to still have a regular holiday, but some family drama ensues. Any other week, I would try to defend this movie. I'd try to figure something else out. I'd try to bait you into saying something, but you know what? Let's just move on. You know, it's Hallmark with a little bit better budget.
Yeah, that's about it.
That's the best I can say. Also coming out that same Wednesday, Playdate, coming to Prime Video. Alan Richardson and Kevin James play two suburban dads who get caught in an action-filled adventure. We've talked about our positive thoughts on Alan Richardson before. We're both big fans of Richardson here, I'd say. Is that safe to say?
I agree, 100%.
We haven't, I guess, since Blue Mountain State, we haven't seen him do a lot of comedy.
We haven't seen him, jacked as he is now, do comedy. We've seen him do comedy with smaller, but now when he's been this big. And I think it looks great. They do kind of catch you off guard in the trailer a little bit. And it's like, oh, this movie might actually be a lot better than I was thinking it was going to be. When I first watched the first half of the trailer, it was like, oh, it's kind of stereotypical Kevin James, hunky-dory, kind of it's going to be a kids bonding and parents bonding situational funny movie. And then it's like, oh, actually, this is way different, and it's going to be jam-packed with action.
I was trying to think, as I was watching it, it gave me a little bit of the same vibes as like Central Intelligence, where you have the Kevin James, or in that case, Kevin Hart character where he's in the suburban lifestyle, and then you got the jacked friend who's kind of like a little disillusional.
Yeah.
Like something's not entirely right with this guy, mentally speaking. Yep. Physically, he's the peak of human form.
Yeah.
But mentally, something's not right there. So I'm kind of curious where they go with that and everything. But I don't know. Yeah, we like Ellen. Kevin James hasn't been the same since King of Queens. I liked him in that, but I haven't even really liked him much since then. Yeah. So overall, break even as far as
he does goes. Do a lot of his own stunts though, which is
Kevin
cool.
James or Alan Richardson.
Kevin James.
Okay.
Not saying that a lot of his stunts are like amazing, but like in those like whatever ones he was like fighting in, like he was actually
like Paul Blart.
Yeah, and like
to be fair, I don't know if I would have really necessarily want a stuntman to jump into the giant ball pit. That actually looked pretty fun.
Wasn't there one where he was like a fighter and he was like UFC fighting?
Oh, yeah, that one.
Yeah.
Okay, that was a good one.
Yeah, and he was actually like doing that stuff, which is impressive.
All right, I'll give him that. That. Respect. Yeah. But moving on to Friday, November 14th, kicking things off, one of the big ticket items here, The Running Man, coming straight to theaters here. This is the remake to the 1987 movie. Here we got Glenn Powell, who has to survive 30 days while others hunt him so he can try and win $1 billion. Billion with a B. First movie, it was convicts who were put in this position, if you survive, you get your freedom and all that sort of stuff here, to sort of adapt to the economic hardships, I guess you could say. Yeah. It's just regular Joe Schmo trying to make it big and all that. So
I might do it for $1 billion.
You think you can make 30 days?
Yeah.
I suppose it's probably easier here in small town Midwest.
Yeah.
Like you just kind of run into North Dakota and you're kind of good, really, the whole time. So.
I have some keys of places because I would get to a hiding place and I would stay at that hiding place.
Yeah.
So a lot of it would take a preparation of putting things in places that I can get to and how to get to where I need to go.
Yeah. So you think you could survive?
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't think I would. I don't know. I can become a loner pretty quickly, actually. Maybe
it's just 30 days. It's a month. It's not the rest of your life.
A month is a long time, though.
Month is a long time.
So maybe a week. I think I could for sure do a week.
Okay.
But, yeah, here we got to survive 30 days. Directed by Edgar Wright, who, if I haven't said before, I'm going to say again, is probably one of my favorite working directors these days. I even liked Last Night in Soho, even though that's one of his lesser reviewed films and all that, I would say. But, yeah, I love Cornetto Trilogy. I love Scott Pilgrim vs. the World. I love Baby Driver, all that sort of. I just love his directing style, so I really want to see what he does here, kind of going back into kind of action and everything like that. You got a really good supporting cast with this as well. Coleman Domingo, Josh Brolin, Michael Cera, just to name a few there.
Josh Brolin, dog.
So, yeah, I'm super looking forward to this. Granted, it's not like I have as much nostalgia with the original as I know some people I've talked to have and everything like that, but I think Edgar Wright's going to put his own sort of stamp on it that's going to separate it from that, hopefully. That's my hope and wish and dream, I guess. But any other thoughts on this one before we move on?
Nope.
I just thought you'd have more to say about Josh Brolin, but whatever.
Dog.
Also coming out this weekend, Now You See Me, Now You Don't. Now You Don't really should have been just the name of the sequel, don't you think? And this one should have just been Now You See Me 3. I feel like that rolls off the tongue better. But we're not here to critique. We're not here to critique movie titles.
John Cena 3. That's what it should have been.
It should have been called John Cena 3. Yeah, that would have worked too. Here, the Four Horsemen return, and this time with the original lineup, as Isla Fisher is going to be returning to this one here for another heist movie with sleight of hand.
Yep.
Personally, I liked the first one. I wasn't as big a fan of the second one. I don't know.
First one was great. It was kind of out of nowhere, and it was like, wow, this is really good. And then second one, same. I don't even remember it. I watched it. Thought it was okay.
That was the one with Daniel Radcliffe, too. I remember that was like such a huge deal.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So you didn't even remember Daniel Radcliffe?
He was in there.
Because I remember it was such a big deal. They're like, the guy who did Magic, Harry Potter, he's in the Magic movie.
Yeah.
Like, that was the whole reason of that casting, I'm pretty sure, and all that. So, yeah, like I mentioned, this includes the 4 original Horsemen, but this time we're going to have some young, new magicians here as well, kind of growing the team.
Not League of Legends, but some, what's that board game movie? Not RuneScape.
Dungeons
and Dragons Magic in there, too.
Yeah, he's in that as well, yeah. Can you still call yourselves the 4 Horsemen, though, if there's 7 of you?
No.
So does that mean like 3 of them are going to leave, or are we going to see
3
like
of them
3
aren't
deaths?
horsemen, and 3 of them should die.
So is it the 4 Horsemen and the 3 ponies?
3 amigos.
Oh, they're now the 3 amigos?
Yeah.
So we're throwing in the Steve Martin movie in this here, too? That's in the same universe?
Yep.
I'm down for that. I'm good with that, yeah. 100% good with that. I'll tell you, we get a Steve Martin short cameo in here.
It would be sweet.
Best movie ever.
Best movie
movie of 20. Okay, maybe just best movie of 2025.
Yeah.
As Scorsese calls it, cinema. I'll be in the theater. I'll just be like, best movie ever. Also coming out is The Keeper, or just Keeper. Drop the. This one's also coming out to theaters. Basically, this is She-Hulk versus a demon.
Yep.
Maybe.
See, I would say this one, cinema.
This is cinema.
This one could be awesome.
Again, though, like a week or two too late.
Maybe they're so highbrow that they were like, you know what, we're gonna do it after Halloween, so people can see how much better this movie is than everything else.
This is a power move.
I think it's a power move, yeah. Because they had
pretty dumb power move.
They had some wild reviews, like people talking about it, saying how good it was in the trailer that I watched. So I'm hoping it lives up to that. It's setting itself up really high. So, and I hope I can deliver it, or hope I can see it, and it delivers on that.
Yeah, no, you're right. This movie doesn't show any of its cards.
No.
Really at all. In fact, you don't even know if it has cards. That's how much it's not showing its cards.
It's just showing what's her name, like screaming and being terrified.
Yeah. Should have been called Keeper. It should have been called Creeper.
Creep. You ever seen that movie?
Really good. Yeah, I don't know. It is setting itself up as with a lot of hype.
I might have to watch this.
So I'm curious to see once more fan reviews come out too. if it actually does deliver on that. But yeah, not a lot to talk about with that one there, especially. So let's move on here to Muzzle, City of Wolves. This one is also coming out to theaters here. Believe it or not, this is a sequel to the movie Muzzle from 2023. No, I wish it was a sequel to Dark Knight. This would have to be before The Dark Knight. This would have to be the prequel, though.
This fits in there when they show him and then they're doing like the 21 gun salute thing.
Yeah.
And I was like,
This is Harvey Dent before he moves to Gotham.
Yeah.
This is when he's like, I can't be a cop anymore. I got to make real changes as a DA.
Yep.
There we go. Okay, meet me on camera 2. DC Comics confirmed. We just did it right here. No, but this is actually a sequel to a 2023 movie, although I don't think anyone saw the first one.
I don't remember it. Yeah.
I honestly had never heard of it before.
But now that you say that, I feel like I've heard of Muzzle, and it faintly rings a bell, but I never watched it. But, you know, sometimes there's those movies that's like, oh, yeah, I think I remember seeing a trailer about that, or I've heard of that, but never watched it. That's one of those.
It goes from, yeah, I think I've heard of that, to I maybe saw a trailer of it, not even of the movie, but yeah. But if you are looking forward to this one here, this one has Aaron Eckhart. He and his canine companion try to take down a drug cartel within the city. Basically, do you remember that gun fight / dog fight scene in John Wick 3 where they're running around and she's sending her hounds, taking on the bad guys, all that, Halle Berry is and all that?
Oh, yeah.
In John Wick 3. It's basically that, but the whole movie.
Yep.
That's really the only way I could describe it here. So, I don't know. It's good to see Aaron Eckhart get out every once in a while. We don't see him as enough as we should. Also coming out here this weekend, like I said, it's a busy one here, but on to some streaming movies here. Come See Me in Good Light. This one's coming straight to Apple TV+. This is a documentary about a poet couple living up in Maine, one of which is dying from cancer. However, this movie, despite that description, really isn't all that sorrowful.
No.
You have this couple here, they seem to find happiness and love in this hardship where there seems to be none somehow. So it's really kind of inspirational and all that. I will also say, minor spoiler, as I was reading about this, in the time in which the movie was made, and now that one person in the movie has unfortunately died. So it's adding to the emotional weight here. And now it's actually, I think she had died even before this was released.
Yeah.
So this is released in her honor sort of posthumously and everything like that. So that being said, it's been getting a lot of buzz at festivals. So I'm going to make a prediction right here. Probably going to see this as an Oscar contender for Best Documentary.
Yep, I think you're right. Just from the way it looks,
Sometimes you can get those feels from it.
Yep.
Yeah. Also coming out, another Netflix movie here, In Your Dreams. This one's an animated film about 2 kids who must adventure through a dream world to have their wish granted by the Sandman here.
Oh, Mr. Sandman.
I know, that song was stuck in my head throughout the whole time too, basically. It looks like some pretty interesting animation here. Some of the humor hit for me. Some of it was a little childish, though.
Yeah.
So don't expect Pixar levels.
Yeah, it's a kids' movie, so it...
expect mid-grade DreamWorks.
Yeah. Yeah, it seemed okay. I don't know what studio is making this, but I'm sure kids will like it. I'm sure I'll end up watching it.
Yeah, you'll have to let me know how the kids react to this one here, I feel like. This one's kind of more for them, I feel like.
Yep.
But last but certainly not least, let's end on another Netflix movie here, and I'm not going to be able to pronounce this correctly. So Nouvelle Vague?
Nouvelle Vague.
Or either Nouvelle Vague?
Oui.
This is the only time where you've gone we, and that actually is culturally appropriate for what we're talking about here.
Oui.
This one is coming to Netflix, like I said before, rated R. Have you ever seen the movie Breathless?
Oui.
All right, very good. Well, this movie shows them making the movie, or basically it's Movieception.
Movieception.
The director of this movie, Richard Linklater, he's showing Jean-Luc's whole journey of making the movie Breathless. It's considered to be one of the more iconic sort of 60s movies. It's a foreign film. It's French. The original is obviously in black and white. This one was shot entirely in black and white, so it's really putting you in the setting of the time and everything like that. Yep. So I think if you're a fan of the movie Breathless, this could be a good one to check out. Also, if you want an interesting double feature, I remember we watched the movie The Room, not the Brie Larson movie. I feel like I got to say that every time.
The Real Room.
I would say The First Room.
I would say The Real Room. Second one's a knockoff.
No, not
It's a wannabe.
No, not even. You're confusing people more.
Well, let's say another basketball player came into the pros and his name was Michael Jordan. He's not trying to be a repeat of the old Michael Jordan, but he'll never live up to the old one. Even though he's not the same guy.
Though.
He can't, though.
He could, though.
But he couldn't.
But he could, though.
I'm with Ryan on that one.
Oh, come on!
Yeah. Thank you. Yeah.
Who asked you?
Yeah.
My point I was trying to say here is when you had that Tommy Wiseau, The Room, and then you had The Disaster Artist, that was kind of the making of the movie. That was a really great double feature. I know we did that. Yeah. This could be a really great double feature as well. You got Breathless, and then you have this movie kind of showing the making of and all that sort of stuff. So, also, side note, stars Zoe Deutsch, who's on the day of this filming. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Not that she's going to see this. But.
Also, happy birthday to all of those that are born on November 7th.
It's a growing list.
And it is. And anybody else who celebrates their birthday in November, because there is a lot. So, happy birthday.
Are we just going to start doing birthday shout-outs at the end of this now? I already do that enough on the radio. I'm not going to do that twice. That's the only reason why I know it's her birthday day, because I literally saw that earlier. So, but that is everything coming out here this weekend. Let's talk about some other things we've seen here recently. It's time for some number one recommends. I'll kick us off here this week. At the time of this recording, haven't had a chance to see the newest Predator yet. However, I did do sort of a Predator marathon last week into the weekend here, ending with the most recent movie that came out here earlier this year, Predator Killer of Killers. This is a really, really good, fun Predator movie. Mm-hmm. And it's part of the reason why is because it has 3 really good short films in it, I think. My favorite probably being the middle one. It's like the samurai one, the one that's like kind of in like 1800s Japan, I think it was. Mm-hmm. And that movie has like 0 dialogue, which I always find to be a fun challenge to watch. It has some really great action, got a little bit of humor in it, got everything you want there. And then it almost kind of lost me because I thought it was just going to be those 3 films and that was it. Those 3 little short vignettes or whatever, and that was it. But it all kind of leads to sort of a 4th act finale. At first, I wasn't on board with it, but it does lead to some implications to the further of this franchise, I would say. Okay. I'm going to leave it at that. I'm not going to spoil anything. It's going to answer some questions. It's going to reference some...
okay.
I will say this one thing, because I also saw Prey right before it, and the same director who did Prey did this, and he's doing this new one. He loves referencing Predator 2 more than I thought anyone would ever want to, which is weird because that's like the worst one. Yeah. By far. So whatever. Hey, you do you.
Maybe it was the first one that he saw and he just absolutely loved it.
Maybe. But you know what? He's doing really good with the franchise right now. Yeah. He can reference whatever he wants, I suppose. So, I think it's a really good, really well-animated short films and just film in general. I had a real good time with that.
Good.
It ended my Predator marathon on a high note, and I've heard nothing but great things about this new one here. Yeah. I mean, we're doing better and better.
Good.
What do you got this week? What are you recommending?
Well, I got the soft remake of Dr. Strangelove, and it is House of Dynamite. Now I know the internet's blowing up saying they either loved it or they hated it. I absolutely loved it. I thought it was fantastic. You get, not a spoiler, but you get 3 perspectives of the same incident. And I love the way that they do that. When you think about a huge national scale, something like that actually happening in real life, this is what actually happens and this is how it works. And they kind of give you a sneak peek of what happens and how it works, and it's cool. I really enjoyed it. The ending is very controversial, but I'll let you think about it and see what you have to say about it. But I loved it. I thought it was great. Anytime you have Idris Elba as the president, it's pretty sweet.
Well, that's going to do it for us here on this episode of Popcorn Bucket List. Once again, make sure to check out our ghost hunting video here. Yeah, it's post-Halloween, but it's always a good time for a good scare, right? Apparently, we can release this Keeper movie at whatever time. So you can watch a ghost hunt video and have a little fun watching that, too. And let us know if there's any other location. If you do check that out, let us know if there's any other locations or spots that you think could warrant a good ghost investigation. We'd love to hear from it, obviously. But, for myself, Ryan, and Carter up in the booth, we'd like to thank you so much for watching, and we will see you at the movies. It's like the second time you've done that,
I
by
was
the
throwing
way.
a Pokeball at though.
Yeah, I know.
It's cool.
I know because you've done it for a second time. And the first time you also felt the need to explain yourself.
It was cool.